Hi, my name is Pip, and I want to share a bit about my story. So, in September, which is when my birthday is, of 2020, I was in a really dark place and I ended up in a psych ward. So, I've been going through my journal and kind of walking back through it, and I decided to make a video on it. This was during COVID, so I had been at home for the last 6 months from college, and I was staying with my parents, and home life was not great. And it wasn't that it wasn't great at the time, it was just the past memories of it were coming up for me, and I was reliving a lot of my trauma from my childhood, and so that was making it really hard for me to be there. While I was there, I wrote this. I'm not okay. I can't sleep. I'm afraid if I go to bed, something bad will happen, and I'm scared of going to sleep because that means I'm alone in my head. If I let myself be alone, my thoughts will torment me like the bite of a poisonous snake. So that's how I felt while I was there. And I have more stuff that I wrote, but leading up to my hospitalization in September, I went back to school, and then I remember I wrote this. It's hard to live, to have a will to live when you already know how hard it is to get it back once you lose it. I've just come back from such a toxic place, and it's hard for me to find my identity apart from that. Right now, I will be honest and say that I have been considering ending my life. I've written some letters to people explaining why I left them. I've been contemplating the how all night. And then I also wrote right before that, I can't do this. My mind is slowly trying to kill me. I can't stand myself. Anger is eating away at me. People's positivity infuriates and invalidates my struggle. I hate my life. I'd be better off dead. No one would care. They'd forget I existed. My existence is less important than hurt. I fucking hate myself. I should leave before I create more damage. I'm broken beyond repair. Who can fix me now? My worth is less than trash, which I later went back and I changed that, and I added, one person's trash is another person's treasure. Nothing feels real. Everyone and myself cannot be trusted. I'm alone and I don't want to keep going. Being busy is the only way I keep myself from feeling like this. Something's wrong with me, and no one sees. I want to lay in this field and never wake up. These thoughts don't feel like they belong to me. And that's something I wrote while I was right before I got admitted. Then I wrote plan. Each day that goes by, I hate myself and life even more. I know I make promises never to end my own life, but I don't care right now. I know it's selfish, but I can't handle life right anymore. I have a plan, but I can't do anything till my aunt and uncle signed the papers, because I wanted to have my medical, them to be my medical proxy. Then I'm going to figure out if I have the willpower to take my own life. I'm not okay, and I can't get help. My parents would find out, and I found out that made things so much worse. I'm working on finalizing all my details of planning my funeral, property, and letters. I know this is wrong and selfish, but no one needs me. No one deserves me. No one deserves to have me as a friend. I don't matter, and I don't want to be alive anymore. Help will just get me deeper. The only solution is to never be a problem ever again. I'm done with life. And then my next journal entry was when I was hospitalized. I was on my birthday, which really sucked. It sucked. I got taken in an ambulance, and they cornered me at my school. They basically forced me to come down to the office, to the counselor's office, and they were like, "You're not leaving here until you go in the ambulance. So this is the only way you're gonna get out of here." And so I went in, and I was absolutely terrified. I was so fucking terrified of what was gonna happen. And when I got to the psych ward, I ended up writing this. Birthday. Today is supposed to be a fun day. I'm 21. Instead, I'm in a psych ward. I'm here, but I don't want to be alive. Instead, I'm in a purple gown with nothing but a pen and journal. Creativity has left me, and so has my will to survive. Right now, I have some big decisions to make. Nobody in my class remembered it's my birthday. Nobody cares. Why should I? Looking back at this, it's just really sad that I felt this way. Like, I completely understand why I felt this way, but it's just sad looking back at it. Then I wrote, I'm struggling. This is not like me. I'm not okay. They just told me I'll probably be here for a few days, and I'm freaking out. I can't let this happen, but I know I need help. I just don't see how staying a few days will help me. I've gotten myself out of it so I can do it again. I'm going to have to tap into that creative side. I can't afford to be here. I'm already falling behind. I have a lesson plan to write and so many other things, and today is my birthday. I have to get out of here. I feel like I'm in prison. I then went to write a note in Morse code, and I have no idea what I wrote. I have to look back and translate it again. And then I tried to plan an escape. That did not work because it's really well guarded. And then I calculated the dimensions of my hospital room, and then they admitted me to the psych ward in the middle of the night. So on my birthday, I got to ride in a police car, ride in an ambulance, and be admitted to a psych ward, all on my birthday. It was wonderful. So my first day there, I said, well, I'm in the psych ward. I'm stuck here for at least a week. They put me with the drug addicts, and I feel so out of place. I shouldn't be here. I'm really mad at the people who told me to be honest. It was all a trap. I was so mad at my roommate for the first 2 days that I was there, and when I was in that unit with the recovering addicts. I was so pissed at her. I told her when she called me on the phone, I was very abrupt, and I did not want to talk to her because I felt like she had trapped me into coming, which I understand completely now why she did what she did, and I would not have done anything any differently. So she's been an amazing person in my life. While I was there, a lot happened. I realized that I needed to start to change some things in my life, and I started to take medicine, which was something I'd always been against because people told me it was wrong. So I had been on medicine for like a week. Someone told me it was wrong, and I immediately quit taking it because I was like, oh crap, I can't do this. It was also very influential in the belief system that I had growing up, that medicine, especially psychiatric medicine, was bad for you. So I discovered while I was there, why do I matter? That's something that I really reflected on. So I wrote, a few years ago, I was in a really dark place and thought that suicide was my only option. Then I went to Planet Wisdom, which was a youth conference. I remember they asked one question that stayed with me. Do I matter? Right then, I decided I would make my life matter. But now my question is, why do I matter? So I kept kind of going back to that, but I never answered it in my journal. So after that, I wrote, as I was there, I kind of journaled my way through it, and the things I still needed to work on was to find a reason to keep fighting, dealing with trauma that got me here, putting coping skills in place outside of hospital. And then what has changed is I've learned new coping skills, a recovery box, which is a box of different things that I can use to ground myself with, which I still have to this day, using mindfulness to cope with triggers, doing things I love, baking, crafts, teaching, writing, medicine helps, visualizing depression and anxiety, so I have a conversation between me, my anxiety, and my depression, knowing my triggers, knowing what triggers me, and recognizing when to put my coping skills in place. So that's something that I really gained from my experience there. And oh yeah, there's something else that I was going to show. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, going home. I really hope I go home today. I feel like I'm ready. It was looking at my past journal entries, and I didn't realize just how deep of a dark place I was in. I'm nervous to go home or go back to school. So many people will want to know what happened to me. I'm going to have probably so many text messages, which I did. Some people are probably mad I abandoned them. I'm going to have so much homework to catch up on. Then I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to tell my parents. Change of plans, I'm not going home today. I have to wait till Tuesday. But, oh yeah, the other thing I was going to show you was what I did while I was there. Let me get this out of my journal. And my roommate, I still have the letter that my roommate wrote me while I was there, which I'm not going to read. But I made myself a little birthday sign when I was in the hospital before I got transferred to the psych ward. And it said, "Happy birthday to me," if it's in here. Nope, I can't find it. Another letter. I don't think it's in here. I think I lost it somewhere. Oh well. But anyways, I just wanted to say that's kind of my story for my first psych ward and why I was in there. I ended up getting admitted 2 more times after that, one 6 weeks later and the other 6 months later. And both of those times I was really struggling. I needed the help. I was able to get it and bounce back out. And the only thing that changed was that the second time I got admitted and I had attempted on campus, and so I got kicked out of campus, and this was in November, so almost exactly a year ago. And I got kicked out right before finals, and so I wrote a song, 12 days, the 12 days of, I forget what I named it, before Christmas, or not before Christmas, 12 days something. Anyways, I wrote a song listing all the different ways that I had, all the things I had been through in the last 12 weeks leading up to my being kicked off campus and finals and everything. But anyways, I'm sorry I might feel like I'm rambling right now. I just wanted to put my story out there, and I know there might be other people who are struggling, and I wanted to give just a word of encouragement that it does get better. I know that because I've been through a lot, and I'm still here. And I'm able to get up each day, even though some days it's hard. I'm able to get up each day and keep going, and I'm here for a reason. And I'm going to keep believing that no matter how hard it gets.